Are we live? Here we go. We are live, everybody. I have no idea who's gonna see this, who's not gonna see it. I don't know. Um, I have comments somewhere over here. This is my first time. Well, my second time, but this is gonna be something that is a little bit more concise, maybe, maybe not. I don't have my lighting on. I don't care right now. Doing this because it is um, a topic that is freaking raw for me. Um, and oh, wait, what is this saying? This is saying it's having trouble with Instagram. Hang on, you guys. I got to work these things out. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know what the problem is, honestly. Okay. I'm just going to remove Instagram. So this is going out over um, Facebook on my private page. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure it is. And YouTube. So, all right. Talking about grief today. Um, let's see. Add your comments if you like. I'm on StreamYard. I am streaming live to supposedly YouTube and my Facebook page, my YouTube channel. Well, you know it if you're seeing this. So, we euthanized Troy on Monday, and I can't go into details about that, but what I want to talk about um, is very easy for us to question everything that we have done and what could we have done and could we have done more and should I have, or you or me or whatever, should you have done more tests? Should you have been more aware? And the saying, you know, hindsight's 2020 is so true because it's like you look back and you're like, oh, it was so clear that there was something going on with him. Um, and it's not so clear because it gets a little confusing. It could get like, like part of it is this behavioral? Is he just acting up? Is this just some behavior that we shaped because we're really good at shaping behaviors? Even me as a dog trainer, it's just what happens, right? So, and shaping a behavior is just reinforcing a behavior repeatedly. Like, say, your dog is bringing you your toy repeatedly and over, and you just push it away. You don't throw it, but you push it. Your dog's like, okay, that wasn't a really good throw, but um, you know, you pushed it, so you moved it, you touched it. That must mean you want to engage with me, right? So they keep tossing it at you. Rufus was amazing at this game. I'd have to tell people if you touch that toy, even if you pick it up and move it to the left of you or to the right of you or whatever, he's going to think you're playing with him. So, but um, I think because I am around the dogs a lot. By the way, there are no dogs in here. I can't even tell you how empty it is here, how empty I feel, how lonely I feel, and alone, like all the things, it's just one of those things. And Tammy went to work today. She took yesterday off, but she had to go today. Um, I've got somebody coming in an hour. FIDA, my new person, is coming. And she took me and Troy to the vet on Monday. So She's gonna be in shock too. Um, but anyway, I digress. Um, it's just been really, really, really difficult. And in looking back, I can say this, this, and this. These were signs. Um, but it's so hard because it's like so close to the stuff they do anyway, right? Um, like, and what I'm talking about is like, you know, barking for attention or whining for attention or whatever, when those things, all I can say is this: when you see stuff like that starting to happen with your pet, that is an increase maybe in that annoying behavior or any kind of behavior that's different that you're like, they don't do that normally, or I think maybe, this is a little weird. Maybe just make a little note of it and kind of keep track of it. Um, I feel like it, and this isn't like, I'm not blaming myself, I'm not blaming Tammy or anything. I'm just wanting to, like, when it's a situation with an animal that is like not overtly ill, like with Bella, like she had a tumor on the bottom of her paw pad, on her paw pad on her front left foot. And it's like, so that was clear, right? Like we saw it, we were taking care of it, the whole nine. We had her on a regimen, et cetera, et cetera. But then you get dogs like Rufus or Troy, where it's like things just kind of don't seem exactly right, but you're all wrapped up in your life because that's how life is, right? And you're like, oh, something's going on with them. They're just being whatever. And I think we should pay attention to those things. I'm not saying that anything we could have done, if I would have brought Troy to the vet sooner, I don't think it would have changed anything. Um, his prognosis was not good. Um, Troy was going to be 13 in February, and um, but he was not an old 13 at all. He wasn't like your typical 13-year-old dog. I mean, this dog was like, I'm two forever, or I'm one forever, like forever puppy, right? Um, just always there and active, and I started to see like a pretty, like, in the last couple of days, I was like, he's like not engaging more any, like he kind of just would go and go lay down and stuff. So um and a little bit more, and I was like, oh, like 13 is, like, he's gonna be 13 next month. Maybe he's just starting to feel his age or whatever. But he was sick, and he had masses on his prostate, which was huge. His lymph nodes were huge. And his spleen had a mass on it and was like, it needed to be removed. Otherwise, it probably, like, the whole spleen would have needed to be removed because chances were very, very high that if we didn't do that, um, he it would have ruptured. Um, and so we made the most difficult decision that I have made, I don't know, ever? Really? Seriously. I can't talk about it because I'll start crying. So we're not going there, maybe some other day. But the decision obviously was to euthanize Troy. Um, and that's what we did Monday afternoon. Um, I just knew something wasn't right with him in the morning, and I called Tammy, and Fida was here. She came here, and I was like, we have to take Troy to the vet. I found a vet over here. I called Dr. Masters' office. He wasn't in yet. And everything just happened like fast and stuff. And the vet I found, I would like her, and um, the vet tech who was with us almost the entire time was amazing. Um, so, just look for those little changes. And you know what? Just go to the freaking vet or call vet and talk to them because like I called last week actually. I called Dr. Master's office and I spoke with one of the vet techs and I was like, I don't know, he just seems like I think he's still like depressed um about Bella, and like at that I noticed a change like just overall, but he just didn't feel good, you guys. He didn't feel good. He was unable to, eliminate. They had to catheterize him to, empty his bladder. His bladder is huge. And he could not poop because his prostate was huge, and, so nothing could pass. Um, and it's a fucked up situation, and, it's only been 2 days, and it's hell for us. We are just going through it, you know what I mean? Like, we're just going through everything, but, um, we are just there for each other, obviously, and, um, we're watching a ton of TV, a lot of distraction and stuff, and, um, I'm not gonna be 100% alone until, like, next Tuesday, so I'm glad about that. Um I hate how empty it is. You guys, I haven't been without a dog or a pet. Like, I used to have cats since I was like, let me think back. Let's go all the way back to the before time, like 84-ish, around there. Um, and like there was always an animal, even before I moved out of my parents' house. The dogs lived outside. That's a whole nother story. In upstate New York. Whatever. We're not going there. But that's a lot of animal energy, and I've always had multiple animals. Um, and so and like it just sucks. Like the energy, his energy isn't here, and it's so hollow. Like even when I'm talking, it's like I feel like I'm in this big hall. We have low ceilings, and we don't have high ceilings like rich people, but Um, it's like, it still feels echoey, I can't hear him, like, snorting when he breathes and he sighs and, all that kinda stuff, so, um, I would be remiss to not also say that Karen Pryor passed away, this week, I think Sunday, and, um Karen Pryor was so, so instrumental on my journey of training and changing the way I trained. It was like she turned on a switch in me. And the first time I saw her was in Pennsylvania. We were in Valley Forge. That was my first APDT conference. APDT is Association of Pet Dog Trainers. They do really good work. They have amazing conferences, and that was my first one. A trainer I was training with at this other place, where I learned really how to train like other people's dogs. We used all aversive, like choke chains, pinch collars, shock collars, etc. Right, and so that other trainer who was there, his name was Bill. He was like, showed me the gentle leader. I don't have it here. I can't get it right now. But he showed me the gentle leader. You guys know what a gentle leader is: a head halter, head collar for a dog. And he was like, check this out, blah, blah, blah. And then he told me about the conference, and he was like, why don't you come with me? So I was like, right on. So we went together. And I have to tell you, like, I was like really painfully shy and like, certain situations. So that was like a struggle for me, but I went anyway. I was like, I'm doing this. I scraped up money. I was so broke, and scraped up money and went, and my life changed. So it was like there were pre-conference days, and it was, I think, not that night, maybe then, I don't remember, but I had a full day, I believe, with Karen prior, and she was there, and I was like, I'm flipping dogs over. I'm doing alpha rolls. I'm using shock collars on my own dog, right? I am like jerk popping dogs and getting them to listen, and very militant, right? Just boom, we got this. This is the way we do it. This is the way we make your dog listen. Look, they're so obedient. Ba, 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 right? Okay. Then I'm in Pennsylvania, and I see this woman who is using a clicker, little piece of plastic, and some food, and she is really just shaping behavior, really. So, um, and everything she did just blew my mind. And I actually like teared up because I was like, oh my God, like, and this is when I was, just really at kind of like almost the beginnings, and stuff. And I didn't even think about, having my own business, nothing like that. I was just like, okay, I'm going to bring this back. We're going to bring this back to our job, right? Bill and I. That didn't go over well. But my point is that when I saw what was happening with clicker training, a little piece of plastic and some high value treats, depending on the dog, maybe not so high value, I was blown away. And then we, in the audience, as participants, we got to actually train dogs. Some people brought their dogs. I didn't. But I got to use other people's dogs. And and I remember having this conversation with Karen, she'd kind of go around to everybody and stuff. And I was like, I'm like, I don't understand. It's like, I know it's working, but I don't understand what's happening. She goes, keep going. You're doing a good job, or whatever she said to me. And I was just like, I didn't realize that I was in such like who this woman really was. She was one of the first trainers to swim with dolphins in the open waters. She her let me just, I don't want to butcher it. She deserves so much more than that. Let's see. I don't know where it went, but she is the mother of clicker training. She, um, I don't know why this just turned on, so I got to turn that off. She changed my life. And not only did she work with dolphins and other mammals, but She also trained her own fish by using a pen light to mark behavior. She was instrumental with breastfeeding uh, because of her own struggles with her child, right? She worked with children on the autism spectrum and showed their parents like the potential. If you just did this and you just change the way you're looking at something and you focus on the good behavior and you shape good behavior and you kind of the for lack of a better word, bad behavior or undesirable behavior for us, it starts to decrease. It starts to go down. Let me just look here. I want to just go on to her site. Um, let's see. Yeah, she passed away January 4th at the age of 92. Um, and um, she was just amazing. The last time I saw her, I was at a FABA event, Florida. What is this? Florida Association of Behavior Analysis Analysts, and the event was in Orlando. I'm pretty sure, 2010, 2011, something like that. And they had animals there too, and it was great because like some of my colleagues were there and presenting, and Karen was there, and we all sat in the front row, and this person brought a gator out, and how he's going to do husbandry on a gator. And you're sitting there and you're just like, yeah, this is what we're going to do, you know, because it's possible, because it's science. So this is what Karen Pryor did for me. She is just amazing. She wrote books like um, Don't Shoot the Dog. I'm trying to find her site. I had this great um, her site up. Here we go. This is not it. Here we go. All right. She earned her degree in biology from Cornell University. And her career began at Sea Life Park in Hawaii. It's a marine mammal park. And that was in the 60s, and working with dolphins. And she's known as it's modern day. What she did with dolphins became what we now call clicker training. You know, Don't Shoot the Dog, teaching, the new art of teaching and training. Excellent book. Um, you know, this is a quote: "When you see an animal's eyes light up, when you see an animal that comes zooming out to do its clicker work, and it's an octopus or a shellfish, it's remarkable, really. We just set them up and let them show us. Right? We set them up for success instead of failure. Uh, but I mean, you've got to go check out her website. She has an academy, Karen Pryor Academy.com, clickertraining.com. Karen is just absolutely an amazing person. And, you know, we will all continue to carry on, um, the great work that she taught us. I know we will. I know I will. I will never stop clicker training. I will always clicker train. It's just easy, it's fast. You're not hurting anyone. You're having fun, and your animal is having fun. You're not having to freaking manhandle, and you don't have to do all that shit. It's like, and it's because of people like Karen Pryor, that I had just the uh, honor to learn from the absolute best. I mean, talk about standing on the shoulders of giants. Like, I never really understood that, but people like Karen Pryor in my world is a giant, just amazing, like, and she changed my life as a dog trainer and as a person too, um, along with countless other people. But um, just RIP Karen, and um, Troy's up there. Maybe he'll see you. Um, and that's pretty much it. Just to recap and wrap up, because I've gone on for 26 minutes, is don't doubt yourself when you think there's something new change or something that is exacerbated, a behavior that is increasing. Like, take your dog to the vet and just be like, hey, I don't know. I just have a gut feeling. Let's see. Um, and you know, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get insurance this time around, when I got another dog. Not that, like, we would have just done whatever, we would have charged whatever, and we could have, and it just wouldn't have. It, we didn't want to do that to him. We didn't want to do any to him. Anyway, um, it's much easier when they're like sick and ready to go, and they're ready to go. The fact that he was just as a regular self and we had to do that is devastating, to say the least. But thanks for listening. And I hope you got something out of this. You can reach out to me at Doggone Positive, pretty much anywhere on social media. Um, Message me, whatever. Email me at scrattyopatty@gmail.com. And I love you guys, and I hope you're having a better week than we are. Thanks for listening.